All right, guys, we're back for the second last week of 2022 Supercoach. So round 21, put together a 25-28 score, which that's not bad, honestly. I'll take it. I swear I'm a broken record. Yeah, every week it could have been better if like one or two things actually broke my way, but it is what it is. So it did end up breaking in the top 8,000. Maybe with a week where stuff goes right, I'd make it even higher, maybe top 6,000. But overall, I reckon with how like difficult player selections have been this year, like you've had to take a punt on a fair bit of guys. I think I'm pretty happy with how it's gone. If this just wants to load the team. All right. So, Sinclair was good. I didn't think he would like set the world on fire, but I thought he was good. Stewart sucked. Stewart was getting tagged by, I think it was Windhager. Was it Owen? It was either Owens or Windhager. Both of them tagged for Saints now, which that completely takes Lockie Neal off the vice captain. You can't do it. So the Saints are the new like team you can't captain against, even though they're bad. They're not good. Terrible, like actual just shocking. I think this might be his worst game since like being brought up to the AFL. 39, but he was hurt in that game. That game doesn't count. I'd say that's probably his worst game he's played, at least in like the last 2 years or 3 years. Sicily 104. I didn't catch too much of the Hawks game, but from the bits and pieces I saw, I thought he was all right. Doherty was good. Carlton really just got smashed by Brisbane. I caught the first half of that game, and it was like 48-12 or something like that. It was nuts. They really didn't show up. But the good side of that is, as a Carlton defender, he got a lot of the ball because Brisbane still can't kick accurately, which will be their downfall every year until they acknowledge it and fix it. Short wasn't good, but I didn't catch too much of that game, so there's not much I can comment. But the score is not good. You can't pick him next year. I think both these guys, Chris put up a good score with a very good fourth quarter performance, like really good. But yeah, these guys they're not pickable. He'd have to be like under 300k for me to even consider it. None of the bench played, which was a bit of a worry. I kind of picked the guys thinking that this is going to be the end of the team bench, but where it says he's copped an injury, I don't know how. I haven't seen the report on that, so I can't attest to whether it's true or just a made-up story to get him out of the team. D'Ambrosio probably should play for Essendon. Their season's done, right? Just play the young guys, get some games into them. Like you've got all these young guys. It's better for even if they're losing, just get some experience for the speed of the highest league of AFL. Laird was incredible. As a West Coast fan, obviously I was paying close attention to the game. Laird probably, as a midfielder, did as much as you could do to say he single-handedly won them the game. Like, probably the most you can do to earn that. Two got tagged, so that's, again. Merritt tagged by Perryman, and then I think Lockie Ash tagged Parrish. I feel that's right. Might have been someone else though. Another double tagging team. I feel like it's either 0 tags or a double tag. Oliver was best of the week, but honestly, I actually think Laird did play better. It's just Kennedy had 8 goals, so that really took just all the points. I think Kennedy ended up on a 150, didn't he? Let me just have a quick look. 156, yeah. So, I mean, Kennedy puts up a normal game, like it's not his retirement game. Probably at 50, and then there's 100 odd points to go around. Oh, where was I? Neil 138. He was fine. Like I said, the Blues just didn't show up, so Brisbane just had free reign on him. Petrarca was good. I feel like next year I'm going to pick him again. Maybe not to start though. Maybe he's like one of the first trade-ins. Pretty much pretty much the same as he was this year. I think it was one of the first trade-ins. I don't know why I'm bothering to look him up. I'll just do it here. See, because every year he does have a drop in form. So say you got him in, I mean, if you got him in under 500, that's easy. Like, it's a great trade in. For under 500, easy. Cripps, not great. And now he's missed 2 weeks, which ends my leagues season and probably kills my rank, honestly. I have to rely on some score from these three. The 3 stooges here on the bench. Owens might not be too bad. If he... who's he? Brisbane forwards, maybe they put him on Cameron. I don't know. I don't think he's fast enough to keep up Cameron. Because he's playing... Actually, he's playing as a forward, huh? So he kind of tags a defender. He could, like... Is Rich playing or Zorko? He could do a job on them. But yeah, Cripps hasn't been good. There's definitely nothing wrong with picking him. Yeah, there's definitely nothing wrong with picking him because, like, this from 1 to 8, that stretch, you can't, like, ignore it. That was a 100% he's won the Brownlow type of stretch. But post that, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 tons in, what's that, 9, 11 games? Something like that. No, 12 games. Not good. I guess he's worked his way back to the can't pick him list. It depends on what Carlton do next year. Have to wait for the off-season. And then McRae is a dog's mid, so, you know, points aren't always easy to come by. What's he averaging? 116? Okay, so here's the nuts thing about this year. He's averaging 116 and he's D8. That's, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 8. Couldn't count for a second. 116 is a D8. So that's next year. It's going to be so hard to pick mids. Laird's going to be 700k. Oliver's going to be 700k. Neil's going to be around it. Two could be around it. 120, I guess, is a fair difference, about a 6-point difference. Yeah, McRae could be a bargain next year. I don't know how that's going to work. But yeah, as I said, the 3 stooges on the bench do nothing. Witts had, I want to say his first good game in a while, but yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's been a minute since a big score. Against Hawks, who don't really have a ruckman. I don't expect a big score against Geelong, though. Because although, like, their ruckman sucks, between Stanley, Radigalia, Segler, whoever they bring, Hawkins in the forward half, their rucks aren't good, right? It's just they're very good at working around having a bad ruck, so... And then Darcy, this is probably what, in my opinion, worse than Tom Stewart. Because Darcy, there was nothing wrong with him. Stewart at least copped a tag, which I imagine he doesn't have any idea how to play around because it's never happened to him before. But this is just nuts. English is not that good a ruckman. Definitely not good enough to hold him to sub 60, and I think it was sub 40 or something like that for a good portion of the game. Just terrible from Darcy. So people that were able to loop Tiku, I don't even know how you did it, but yeah, good on you for taking Tiku. I mean, it's a free to play. West Coast, Nick Nat might get up, like he might get up for the game and try to put it to Darcy. Because it's the derby game, you know. Onto the forwards. Bont was good. Only 100, but I mean, it was a Bont 100. It probably deserved like in high 80s. Cogs I didn't really get to watch this game. GWS, who did they even play? Maybe I did watch it. I just can't remember who it was. Oh yeah, the orange team against Essendon. Yeah, Cogs was fine. I think next year, if he keeps forward, which I don't think he will. I don't think it's possible. I think he'll just go to mid only. Mid only, I wouldn't pick him, but forward, I'll pick him. But I think the forward line is set to be Bont, Dunkley, and English. Maybe Parker. Parker might go back to only a mid. Yeah, Parker was good. Speaking of him, North kind of were competitive for the first 2.5 quarters, so it was interesting to see. And then Sydney just said, all right, yeah, now we win. Heaney was really good. I think he had like 3 goals. Dunkley was like the dog of the week, I guess. And then English was also a little disappointing, but so was Darcy, and you couldn't do worse than him. Bazzo got dropped, which, whatever. And then Clark has been dropped for a while. So yeah, that's about it with the team. No trades, so it's not like I can get rid of Cripps. Just got to prey on Owens or Carmichael. I think I can loop them. I'll just chuck Clark into the mids. But yeah, let me know how your team's going for the second last week, and what your rank is looking to end up being, and what you kind of were hoping for at the start of the season. But yeah, until next time, tasty out.